that was a little extra, not gonna lie. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So this time we're gonna talk about the spoilers in Bumblebee. Because I'm recording this after just seeing it on December 8th, but I'm gonna put this up for December 21st when the movie comes out. I gotta list a couple things here that, to me, like, as a diehard Transformers fan, for me watching this movie and seeing a couple things here that confused me. Maybe I just didn't get the reference right away, but like I have a Transformers tattoo right here on my shoulder, so like I can say I'm pretty committed to this whole universe, not just the movies, but like everything Transformers. I'm a huge fan of. So when I get confused about it, I'm like, well, if I'm confused, the general audience is more than likely confused. But then again, I also thought maybe they're not, because maybe they're not looking into it as hard as I am. But regardless, let's talk about it. Let's see what we can come up with. So, first of all, the first thing I got is the Transformers Gen 1. Boom. Nailed it. They literally felt like I personally was sat down 5 years old on a couch watching the 80s cartoon, which is exactly what I wanted from this movie, and that's what it gave me, so I'm okay with that. The movie itself kept the typical, the Decepticons can fly, and the Autobots are just a regular transformer into like cars and other vehicles as such. But there was a really funny point, and it just came in my head because I thought about Decepticons, where John Cena's character is literally like, they call themselves Decepticons. Are you sure we can trust them? That was a great touch. The entire theater erupted laughing at that. So, as much shit as I gave John Cena in my last video, he just made up for it on that. I enjoyed how I got to see, as a fan, how Bumblebee originally lost his voice. Because throughout the Transformers movies, the big franchise movies, it wasn't really, like, it wasn't shown before. So I didn't understand what was happening. Like, obviously I knew there was a battle, something happened, he lost his voice. But this was being actually being able to see it on the screen was a great treat for me. Maybe there's fans that went to watch it that didn't realize that we haven't seen it before or didn't even know what was happening, but it was a prequel to everything that we already know. So I enjoyed that part. The absolute funniest, I think, part of the entire movie was like the Breakfast Club reference. It comes up, I would say 5 to 7 times, and oh my god, I was in tears, absolutely in tears every time they did it, especially at the end when Bumblebee turns around to John Cena's character, and oh man, I'm laughing at it now, and it was, oh my god, it was great. And now to the parts that I was a bit confused about, and like I said earlier, if I'm confused, other people are probably confused. Why was Optimus on Earth at the end of the movie? They were in the woods, it was Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, but in the first Transformers movie, Optimus lands on Earth. You see his meteor come in, they hit, he sees the transport truck drive by and he turns into that transport truck. But this movie is like 15 to 20 years before that, and he's like, so does he come and then leave and then come back again? That part was like, I'm not really sure that fit in. Like, if it just had to be like I do this like Spider-Man or something, but if it had to be a hologram where they were having an exchange back and forth, I feel that would have been just as powerful, because seeing him there just made me more confused, being like, alright, so Optimus was there, why did he leave to come back again? Don't quite understand that. And this is the biggest thing for me, how did the Decepticons not realize Megatron, their leader, was on Earth? Because there was Decepticons on Earth in this movie, and there was heavily pushed you Sector 7. Like, they really pushed Sector 7 on you. So wouldn't you think that there would be some, especially when the Decepticons were getting their satellites and going through all their data, wouldn't you think that they'd be like, oh, they have Megatron here at the Hoover Dam. Like, that's your leader. Wouldn't you be looking for him? That part for me was like, not really sure about that one. Mainly because in the first Transformers movie, it shows he was there like early 1900s. They had him in the Hoover Dam. Whenever they built the Hoover Dam, Megatron was there. So how did these Decepticons come to Earth and not think about freeing their leader instead of trying to find Optimus? Wouldn't you think it'd be better to have Megatron then go find Optimus? Like, Megatron is probably one of the few people that can take Optimus down, so I'm not really sure. Not like that part really blended in my head a little bit. It's sad in the movie I was thinking about that. One other thing that kind of bothered me a little bit was at the end of the movie, Bumblebee has to leave Charlie for whatever reason, but why wouldn't he just choose a different car? Like, if he had to just choose the Camaro, like he does, he doesn't even need to choose a different car. If he just had to choose that Camaro, which you see in the first Transformers movie, and if he just came back and stayed with Charlie, then they wouldn't have realized it was the bug. I'm sure he could have picked a different color as well. He didn't have to be yellow, but why did he have to leave Charlie is more or less my question, because I think that was something that kind of just got brushed off. It wasn't like, I'm going to save the universe, I'm going to save the world. He just hopped in his car and left, and presumably went to Chicago somewhere because reasons, whatever reasons they are. I like, me as a fan nitpicking it apart, I would like to know the reasoning behind it, because I don't see why he couldn't just stay with Charlie and chose a different car. So there's that. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this movie. I'm not trying to pick it apart. I am picking it apart, but that's just because I want these movies to be really good, which this was. This was a good movie. It is my personal favorite Transformers movie out of all of them, because it wasn't in your face, serious, like, it really didn't take itself too seriously. There was a lot of really funny comedic bits, and I got to see the Transformers that I grew up knowing and loving in their Gen 1 stage, which is huge for me. That was like, the Gen 1s alone is what made this my favorite Transformers movie. So I hope you check it out, or if you did already check it out, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you have any answers to these questions that I have came up with here, then by all means, shoot me a message or leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are on it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.